Good morning from downtown Houston, Texas. Today's adventure brings us to the downtown aquarium. And in this video, we're going to show you around the aquarium all the fish and exhibits that there are to see. And they've got some rides here as well.
I like how simple the entrance fountain is.
So we have made it inside of the aquarium. And I can tell the theming level right off the bat. Pretty nice. And I like the first tank. Really colorful, shiny fish called look downs.
And I like how you're kind of like in a submarine.
Yeah, with jellyfish next to it. The first exhibit you see after that is American alligators. So it's like we're right back in Florida. They're just wee little guys. But
they're so cute with how they're posed.
It is a fantastic pose.
And that guy's mouth is just straight up.
Got a really nice swamp-inspired tank here. You got some big gar there swimming around, and then some little turtles.
And striped bass.
I like how you can look above ground, above water too. You can see these little turtles; their heads just poking out. This exhibit's home to a couple American bullfrogs.
Which is the largest frog.
I mean, they're pretty big.
America.
That's a big frog.
Yeah.
So the next section of the aquarium is done up as if you're like in a pirate ship underwater. And the zoo's giant Pacific octopus is out.
Yeah, he's on a small corner.
These are just fantastic creatures. Interesting, a lot of times you see them in an aquarium, they'll be very much hidden or tucked away in a corner. But it is neat to see one so close. You can see his head there. You do have a beautiful, beautiful coral reef style tank here. Very much your traditional aquarium's Finding Nemo tank with your blue tangs and your clownfish and some other fish.
What's Nemo? What's Nemo?
Got some fun animals in this tank here. You got some small rays and some small sharks. Look at that guy. He's like floating. He's like floating on the bottom of the water. There are a couple fish in this tank, but the focus is really on the anemones, which are those plant-like animals. I'm enjoying this tank here. You got moray eels. This guy's in a really neat position. And you've also got a pretty good-sized stingray. Again, the theming level in the enclosure is really fascinating. And there's like a giant fish in the background over there that you can barely see.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice him.
The giant fish is now moving around.
He's like rolling around in the
coming right at us. Hey, there's glassers.
Next section of the aquarium is done up like a rainforest, which makes sense. I believe this establishment's owned by the Landry's company, which owns all the rainforest cafes, so they know how to do rainforest.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah. Pretty well.
Oh, you're an interesting looking fish. These guys here are archer fish.
Apparently they can jump a foot out of the water if they wanted to.
Oh. So for the first minute I was watching this exhibit, I thought this guy was a log. That is a lungfish. And his friend that wants to be close to the people.
It's kind of a weird exhibit for a lungfish.
Yeah. Some larger fish in here. You got catfish. I believe those are pacus. And then these guys, I believe they're very ferocious. Those are arowanas.
Look guys.
One of the more ferocious fish you could find, red belly piranhas.
Taylor, come here. Come look at the fish.
This enclosure here is home to some tiny poison dart frogs.
Very small.
I mean, these guys are roughly the size of like a 5-cent nickel coin.
Maybe even a little smaller.
And they're fast.
Yeah.
Went back to the octopus because we like the octopus, and he's now in a cool pose and moving around a little bit, which is very rare to see them move in an aquarium setting. And
These are so cool with their heads and their tentacles,
Yeah.
and suction cups.
they're really kind of mesmerizing to watch. And I think it's going back into its corner.
The tightest spot.
Here you can see the emerald tree boa, and that is the pose you will normally find these guys in. Curled up on trees. The next section of the aquarium is done up like a South American abandoned temple, like an ancient temple.
And it's like half dome.
Yeah.
So it can swim partly above you.
You got an Olmec type guy in the background for the fish to swim around.
Oh, Mac.
Another well done tank here. These are for the lionfish. The one's kind of done in a semicircle. So you get like 180 degrees of lionfish.
They also have pretty good lighting
Yes.
in these tanks.
And the tanks, they seem like they're very well, like somebody goes around and cleans them often so they're not all smudgy. This is a very, very large reticulated python.
Apparently they lay 30 to 50 eggs at a time. Can you imagine that hatching season?
Hyde in there is an oxycodal. And if you want to know what it looks like when it's not hiding, there's one over here. You've got a couple different types of fish in here, but this tank's designed for the oysters,
They're Easter oysters.
which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Molly, you said this was your favorite type of jellyfish?
Oh yeah, I love the upside down jellies. It's just fascinating to watch them. They're
Hard to tell with the glare because it is a darker tank, but blind cavefish, and pretty good sized blind cavefish too. Hiding behind the trees there is what would be the most nightmare-inducing animal in the entire aquarium for me, the Goliath bird-eating spider. Ugh.
The legs can...
In this next section, it's kind of like you're on a cargo ship of some type, and the tank is done up as if it's like beneath a boardwalk or a pier, with some big fish in there. Moving around for us is a pretty good sized electric eel. You can see the seahorse there. We've got a couple of them in this tank. And these tanks are kind of cool. They're done up like kind of like pipes.
This fish is kind of cool. It's colored. Blue and
Oh, look at that.
orange.
That is a very interesting fish. You also have your very traditional Nemo type clownfish. Here's something you don't see ever in an aquarium. This is for a tiger. This is their outdoor habitat. It looks like they've got a big sign here that says if they're not outside, they're probably going to choose to be indoors.
Did you have like a pop-up?
Yeah, like a tunnel kids can crawl into and get up close to the tiger. Not a ton of room for a tiger though, but it's well themed. You ignore the freeway behind it. And here's the indoor area for the tigers. But since there's trainers in there, pretty safe to assume that the tigers are not. We did swing by a little bit later, and the white tiger is out. Looks like he definitely wants to go back with his friends.
Yeah, he's not into the Richmond toys that they put out.
No. Very pretty looking though.
Sleepy.
And like most attractions, you exit through the gift shop, which is pretty crowded. Oh, Molly found a favorite. I like how happy the shark is.
With his peanut butter.
You do have some more fish in the lobby area, and we're gonna head into Stingray Reef. Now this is an upcharge attraction, The aquarium tickets are about $15. If you want to do the adventure pass, that's going to be $23. And the adventure plans include Stingray Reef as well as the outdoor rides. And if you have the city pass and you want to upgrade to an adventure pass, it's about $6.50. And here's Stingray Reef. And you could feed the stingrays for a couple bucks, which is always really weird. Really, really weird. I get very excited. There's a large bar and restaurant area as well. The bar does a really good happy hour from like 3 to 7. And they also have a very large tank up here as well. You can see the giant grouper fish, as well as some big rays and some nurse sharks. Kind of interesting that the largest aquarium in the aquarium is actually for the bar and restaurant. And you don't need a ticket to go to the bar and restaurant, so if you just want to park your car, come up here for drinks, happy hour, dinner, you can do that kind of thing. Also in the restaurant area, you got this really impressive 3-story fish tank. Now you do have some rides outside, including this this gentle-looking drop tower. Nice family-friendly drop tower. And with the drop tower, you're right near downtown, so you probably get a cool view. So the star ride outside is the train ride, the Shark Voyage, and this is really, really neat.
Definitely different.
Yeah, you go on a train ride through the shark exhibit, and it's like one of those big shark tunnels, and the roof of the train is clear, like a clear acrylic kind of thing, so you can see the sharks above you.
Stop in there for about a minute or two.
Yeah, and they tell you, there's a really great voiceover that plays throughout the whole thing that tells you all about the history of the building, and then all the different sharks you see, some of the crazy high levels of flooding that this building has gotten in the past. And then after the real sharks, you are told a story about how one during a hurricane escaped, which leads you to a very Jaws-esque like scene with an animatronic great white shark.
Yeah, it was very interesting, very unique. That right there is worth the ride price.
You know, it clicked all the boxes for me. You got animatronics, you got animals. It was cool. Big thumbs up to the train. They have a very unique carousel. Since with this being the aquarium, it is all fish. So there's otters and seahorses and sharks that you can ride on. That's pretty cool. The largest and tallest ride in the outdoor area is the big diving bell Ferris wheel, so you can get a view of downtown Houston.
Looks like a movie.
And here is the view you get from the Ferris wheel.
It's really pretty. A very good view of downtown Houston. Houston's so massive, like stretching all along.
It really is.
Giant city.
The city is massive. The aquarium, not so much. So this time when we go around, I'll show you just how small this aquarium building was.
And this is the Aquarium and restaurant.
Yeah, and that's the tiger exhibit out there. But it's a very small building. And there's the highway. You do have a couple of rides for the little ones as well. You've got a frog hopper. And then this really, really adorable little kid's Ferris wheel. It's so cute.
An octopus?
Yeah. If Midway games are your thing, they do have a couple here in the outdoor area. And that'll do it for our time at the downtown aquarium. I enjoyed it. You know, not a very long format attraction. We were there for probably about an hour and a half or so. And the aquarium, it's on the smaller side. It's not going to be there. It's not something you're going to do all day. But I did like it. I like that. I like the rides outside with the Ferris wheel and that awesome train ride.
I think the theming level of the aquarium's really nice. The tanks had theming, the rooms.
Everything was in good condition too.
Yes.
And I also like the bar. I mean, that's good. They had a nice happy hour from I think it's like from 3 to 7 on weekdays. So hang out over there. The game's on. You can watch fish. That's a good time. And I enjoyed it. I give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions about the downtown aquarium here in Houston, let me know in the comments section below. And thank you for watching this video.